Oh yeah, typical me. Off I went, chatting away, and then I had realised I hadn't got the live button hit. Typical. Um, yeah, I was just talking about the weather here. It's absolutely horrendous. It's cold, it's raining, it's windy, it's all rotten. Um, there's been a lot going on this week with the food store. Um, I was watching all the lives, and I just kind of took synopsis of them, just to give my opinion, and it is only my opinion. It's not. Um, I'm not shaming anybody. I'm not doing anything weird or nefarious. It's just my opinion, and maybe a bit of advice, but we know that goes and falls on deaf ears. But you never know. The first thing that really got to me this week was uh well, not last night, the night before, when she went out to dinner, but when she was walking along the boardwalk thingy, and the part that she deleted of that video. Um, it's just suspicious to me. Um, she air kissed because her hand did not touch him. So public display of affection, that really wasn't. It was kind of more of a gesture. It was like kiss my hand, kind of put it in the air towards him, kind of thing. But he smacked his fingers and gave her a good, what word would you use? A good, smack her on the cheek with that kissy fingers. But not only did I think that was odd, um, but then minutes later, she falls. Um, I'm not insinuating anything, but it was just odd that, you know, like that kiss that he gave her with his hand was just odd. And then the fact that within seconds of her turning around to walk, she fell on her hijab, or I think it's her hijab, or her her long coat dress thingy. Anyway, and she fell, and she said she stood on that, but that's a good 2-3 inches off the ground. So how could she have tripped over that? I don't know, but it just seemed very soon after the public display of affection, and then the fact that she deleted it, um, was just a little bit suspicious to me. Um, the other thing that I put on the post yesterday was the fact that there's no it's probably a communal bathroom that's in that hostel, or um I don't know what they call what they're living in, but to me it's a hostel or a bed sit. And I'm not dissing that, because I had lived in when I got married first, we lived in a bed sit, and it was a communal bathroom. But the fact that, it was very hard, and there was only a few apartments in this apartment block, and to get the time and right to have your bath, or your wash, or whatever, was really actually quite difficult, because everybody wanted a wash. So there was actually odd times I'd go down and I'd put my money, because we all had to pay our money to heat the water. So I'd put in my money to heat the water, and I'd go up and I'd be pottering around um the apartment, waiting for the water to heat up, only to go down and find that the bathroom was locked and one of the neighbours was actually using the water that I'd paid for. But anyway, but you know, I, cou- I don't know how they're having, how their hygiene is working out, how they're managing to do any of that. Um, I don't know how they're washing clothes. We never see them going to a laundrette, or we never see any of that sort of stuff. So I just wonder how that's done between the two of them. And what was the other thing I put in the description or in the post yesterday? Oh yeah, all the filters. And I'm just curious because she filters herself to the last. So surely her filters are still there on the phone as she's filtered herself to the last. So would he have been? So what does he look like really? Because we know how they work on the food star. You know, they give her it gives her brighter skin, and she cuts half of herself out, and she edits this, that, and the other part of her body. Um, so that filter, when it's on him, what does he look like in real life? I don't know. I don't think I want to know either. Um, I've stuff written down here as well that I wanted to chat about. Um, it's very hard to just. Oh, I don't know any of these things. Uh, he also tries to take over. Well, everybody has been talking about him trying to take over her lives by going in the chat and deleting her friends and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, he does. He's getting rid of her people that pay her money. He's blocking and deleting her friends. He's really taken over that chat, and the fact that he and we think Aisha are her only mods. Um, I don't know. It's very controlling to me. He seems controlling um to me, but that's only how where I'm seeing it from. Possibly not the whole story. Maybe he's different completely to her when it's off camera. And the fact that he put her on the camera on her own last night was really, really odd. Like before this, he couldn't get enough of the camera, and he was in it, and he was winking, and he was, you know, hot dude from Kuwait here kind of thing. And last night he stayed off camera. Very strange. Very, very strange. And the fact that he put her in a red light. Why did you pick red light, Salah? That's kind of weird. Um, hold on. Um, yeah, it's very weird. And I keep losing where I am in my train of thought today. Um, the red light. The fact that, oh yeah, the fact that he was telling people in her chat, she will answer you next or momentarily, or like, who does that? Like, someone in your chat doesn't tell the other people in chat. Your moderators don't say, well, she's going to answer you momentarily, or she'll answer you shortly. Like, that's just odd. That's very strange. And out to dinner the other night, lots of strange stuff there. Yeah, I do understand that those little boots are for women so they can take off their hijab and eat comfortably, or the niqab, and eat comfortably with her husband. And without having to lift it up and put it down, lift it up and put it down. She can just take it off and enjoy their food. But I think there was ulterior motives to him bringing her into that booth. Not so, you know, in case anybody might see her going past, with him, kind of thing. And he was watching every morsel nearly she was putting in her mouth. Like, he, the, they shared the first and second course, I think. Then the main course, they had one of their own, but she was still drinking the soup. Um, it was all just really strange. And I'll have to come back and do this properly because there's so much in my mind that it kind of it's all jumbled tonight. Um, but there is so much to dissect with what's going on with the two of them. Will she be home before Christmas? I think just like Chris Ria, she'll be driving home for Christmas. She could be driving home sooner than Christmas. And in the long run, I hope she decides and she realizes not to be this impulsive anymore, not to just get up and say, I'm going to wherever. It's the same thing happened to Cuba. Everybody was saying she's not going to go, she's not going to go, she's going to go, she won't go. So I think it was to prove them all wrong that she went. She didn't particularly want to go, but she went to prove them all wrong. And it's the same with Kuwait. Everybody was saying she's not going to do it, so she did it just to spite them, kind of thing. Um, I think I'll leave it at that for tonight. It's only a short one anyway, and I'll put up a better live tomorrow at some stage. I just get my head around everything that's happened lately, and I'll be able to discuss it better. Um, Sorry about it for being so short. I have loads of other headlines here that I do want to cover, and I hope I hope everybody will enjoy it. I'm sorry about tonight. I really don't know what's wrong with me. Um, I'm all over the place, and just the way things are going with those two is just getting very disturbing. Oh, before I go, please God, please, all gods in heaven, please don't let her go on that camping trip to the desert. Please don't, because that was a very silly thing to say that they were going to do. And for her to admit that she's looking forward to doing it, would I go out into the middle of the desert and go camping there overnight? Uh, Hell no, I would not. I wouldn't in a million years even think or dream of doing it. So I hope she changes her mind about that one. Um, Talk to you soon. I will talk to you tomorrow, and I might even talk to you later on if I'm feeling a little bit different or if my mind is settled a bit more that I can discuss what I want to discuss properly. Um, if anybody does listen, thanks for listening, and talk to you soon. Bye bye.